Sometimes in life, you just got to turn the microphone and the camera on and go. No thinking, just go. That's a message for somebody. Hello and welcome back to MDT 888 Spirit Guide, John 4 and 24. I'm your host, Matty T. And today we're going to be doing a check-in with the Divine Feminine Energy, okay? Divine Feminine Energy update for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Even still, whatever date you're watching this is exactly when you are supposed to see it, okay? Today's messages will come to us via 2 tarot decks, the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and one of my favorites, the Oceanic Tarot deck, okay? And then I've got 2 oracle cards coming out for you guys today. We're going to pull from the Sacred Medicine deck by Asha Frost and the Rose Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. All right, y'all? So y'all ready? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. All right? And remember, this is a general collective reading, so please take only those messages which resonate with you, and please discard the rest, all right? If it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't try to make it fit, all right? And if it is for you, then this reading is just confirmation, okay? That's all we do over here. We're reading energy and confirming what you probably already know and feel, okay? So we are going to, again, this is a Divine Feminine Energy update, and I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so I don't need to shuffle anymore. I'm going to get the situation card. What's the energy that we're reading today? I'm going to get that situation card from the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Whatever card comes out, that's going to tell me or give me the general direction or the general flow of today's energy reading. Okay? Thank y'all for being here today. And looks like, oh, there we go. Okay. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, y'all. Ace of Cups is the general directional reading. So this tells me that this is probably going to be some sort of love reading today. All right, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, you know the Ace of Cups is a new start in love, fresh start, a gift of love from the divine. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, all of the aces are represented by a hand coming out of the cloud. And so when you see that hand coming out of the cloud, that is representative of a gift coming to you from the divine, okay? So, and look at that beautiful dove. Doves also represent love. Doves are gifts. Doves are also spirit animals. So there's this could be a message today about a spiritual love connection, whatever. But I'm going to leave this to the side, and I'm going to start pulling now from the Oceanic Oracle deck. And these have been pre-shuffled too. So let's see what love messages are out there today for the Divine Feminine. What's going on with y'all? Let's find out. Y'all know I typically pull one card, give you a narrative from that. If necessary, we pull clarifiers. Thank y'all for being here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know. Welcome back, family. Welcome back. All right, so let's keep going. Up there's a card that came out. You know what? I'm going to keep going. Let's see if any more come out. Let's see if any more come out. It came out face down, so I don't know what it is yet. Okay, I got a handful of them that came out, and I'm just, you know what? I normally don't take that many, but I'm going to take them all today. I'm going to do something different today. Maybe that's a message for somebody too. Maybe it's time to do something new. Alrighty, so. And typically speaking with the Oceanic Tarot deck, I don't read reversals. So I'm not going to take any of these in reverse unless the spirit tells me to do so. Okay. So right in alignment with the directional card today, Ace of Cups. First thing out is the King of Cups. All right, y'all. So this is starting to look like a message coming from a King of Cups that you may be connected to, Divine Feminine. All right. This may have everything to do with this King of Cups, all right? This King of Cups, this high level, top of the line, could be a soulmate, could be a twin flame, could be a romantic interest. We don't know. Put it where it goes. Put it where it goes, all right? And so that's the first card out was the King of Cups. There it is, King of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands, all right? Some of y'all got communication or some travel, inbound communication or inbound travel coming from a King of Cups, all right? 7 of Cups, All right. Seven of Cups is a card. It's a daydreaming card. It's a card of options, a card of exploring options in love. Cups again is emotion. So somebody's been in their head and just exploring the possibilities. They could be daydreams. They could be night dreams. Somebody could be having dreams and visions of you. And because the High Priestess came out, all right, this tells me that this is a spiritual connection, the spiritual union. And guys, you got a message. You got a message from. Let me get this last card. The Sun. The Sun. All right. All right. So we got a King of Cups, an Eight of Wands, a Seven of Cups, a High Priestess, and the Sun card. Sun card. All right. Sun card. In this image is also, for today's reading, we're going to call this definitely divine counterpart. So, divine feminine, you've got a King of Cups out there that wants to communicate with you. They want to perhaps come inbound and travel to come see you. They probably want to talk to you about something that they've been daydreaming about, some sort of possibility. It is an intuitive connection, so perhaps they want to talk to you about something that's been heavy on their spirit. Okay, something that they've been mulling over that's been heavy in their spirit. But whatever this conversation is, it's going to make you happy. All right, it's going to lead to some happiness. The Sun, a lot of people call it the happiest card in the deck. Okay, energy of that Sun card there is number 19. So y'all could be dealing with someone that was born on the first of September or the 9th of January, or somebody that could have been born on the 19th day of the month. Okay. 1 and 9 is 10. They could have been born in the 10th month. They could have 10th house placements. Could be 10th house ruler is Capricorn, so they could have some Capricorn energy in their chart. Okay. The Sun card is Leo energy, so they could have significant Leo placements in their chart. And let's see, 10 breaks down to 1. 19 breaks down to 10, which breaks down to 1. So they could have significant first house placements. They could have Aries placements. They could have been born in the first month of the year, which is January, or the first month of the calendar year. Okay, I know some people get anal about that. Or they could have been born on the first day of any month. Okay, or they could have, significant. Could be a Leo rising. We don't know. Could be a Leo rising. Could have Leo in the Sun, Moon, or rising. But this High Priestess is a very high, powerful spiritual connection. Okay, so and you see the infinity symbol here, so you know that these are eternal connections. All right, eternal connections, and they're very spiritual. So y'all, I want to get a little bit more information about this. So this is a King of Cups that wants to come to see you. Some King of Cups wants to see you. They're perhaps tired of dreaming about you, and they want to come in and see you. And definitely, they probably want to talk to you about something of a spiritual nature. They probably upgraded spiritually. Whoever this King of Cups is, they definitely have perhaps had a spiritual awakening. Sunrise, the sun, right? Sun rises in the morning, sets in the evening. Sunrise, I'm going to look at this like it's a sunrise. Sunrise following the High Priestess says that they could have undergone a spiritual awakening and are fully aware of this connection. And again, with the direction setting card being the Ace of Cups, that tells me that that this is definitely a gift from the Most High. So you guys have probably got a fresh new cup of love coming in from this King of Cups, and I think you're going to be very happy about it. Okay, bottom of the deck on this Rider-Waite-Smith deck, even though I wasn't pulling from it, the bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups in reverse. That Four of Cups in reverse is a good card for this reading. It goes right with it. Okay, so the overall energy is they're tired. This is a person that's tired of sitting by themselves, wondering, tired of being in this energy of they haven't been. This also is a card when it's upright. This is a card of not, look, I don't want anything new. I don't want new options or whatever. I don't want no messages of love. Look, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good by myself. I'm good. Okay, that's a card of loneliness to a degree too. It is a card of loneliness. So they're tired of the overall energy with this being in the reverse position is they're coming out of that loneliness energy. Okay. They're tired of sitting by themselves. They're tired of being alone. You guys have probably been in no contact for a very long time, and they're tired of the separation and the distance. So they're ready to close that distance. And we're seeing that in the cards, the King of Cups followed by the Eight of Wands, which is a card of travel and a card of communication, followed by the Seven of Cups. They've explored all the options, and the only option that they're considering or that they care about right now is their High Priestess, their divine feminine. All right. And they're looking for happiness with their divine feminine. And the energy here supports this. This is a gift from the Most High. This is a gift from the divine. So you guys got a gift of a fresh situation coming in from your divine counterpart. Okay. And look here. Seven of Wands is at the bottom of the Oceanic deck. Look at that word down there, endurance. So they definitely have gone the distance. The Seven of Wands sometimes is a card of holding up a defensive posture. So they have probably been defending this connection for a long time, either silently or openly. That part I don't care about, but because it doesn't matter. What you need to know is that they have been defending the connection. So let me get. Do I need an advice card for you guys, or is this just an awareness reading? Do I need an advice card for you all, or is this just awareness? Because that's beautiful. That's beautiful energy. You almost don't want to touch it. I think this is just a general knowledge for you. You just need to know this. I think you just need to know this. I don't think you need to do anything with it. One of the things that let me pull an advice card. Let me pull an advice card for the Divine Feminine. Let me just check. Let me just check. Okay. Card that came out. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. So just give thanks. That's a card of gratitude. Just give thanks. Give thanks for this. Yeah. Just give thanks. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude that a lot of you guys have been working on your income, on your confidence, all of that. Let me tell you what I've been picking up with this. This actually is the energy of the Divine Feminine Collective. You guys, I've been picking up on a lot of this fresh energy from the Divine Feminine Collective, where you all have been in this energy of just like it's like you've completed a cycle. I feel like you've completed a cycle, and that really is very telling, because 9 in numerology is the end of a cycle. And this is a cycle that is ending for you all in abundance. This is a cycle that's ending for you in abundance. So a lot of you have completed a cycle, and it's showing up in these cards, because what happens a lot of times in these divine unions is when you're going through the stages, you all read my book, Twin Flames, Understanding and Solving the Problem of the Avoidant Dismissive Divine Masculine. A lot of you know the stages of a divine counterpart's journey, but that book, it highlights it for you. It shows you what the beginning of the journey looks like for both parties and how it ends up looking. So the beginning, you got that soul recognition, all of the fireworks going off inside of your energy body. A lot of you have Kundalini awakenings. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of buzz, a lot of energy. You're just this wonder, like, who is this person? All of this, like, I don't know who this person is, but there's something different about them. And then you hit the dark night of the soul, and you go through the lows of the connection, and you learn to heal. You learn how to heal. You do your shadow work. You find out what's broken with you, and then you start to work on that, and you emerge. And a lot of this, y'all, is happening in alignment with the cosmos as well. We just had some very powerful cosmic transits earlier in this month of February. Look, just 5 days ago, we had that historic alignment of Saturn and Neptune coming into conjunction at 0 degrees Aries. So that's new. That's fresh, new energy of emergence and energy, just fresh. 0 degrees is the first degree of any sign. So that is brand new energy. I call that the creator degree. I call that the God degree. That doesn't belong to any element, any of the 4 elements. It belongs to ether. So it could be anything, whatever. When you're looking at somebody with 0 degree placements in their natal chart, this is an individual that is on this planet on divine assignment. They're here to do something that God sent them, specially earmarked that person for. And it could be anything. It could change during the course of their lifetime. Okay. So anyway, we had that new energy coming in with that. And then we had that solar eclipse in Aquarius on the 17th. The Chinese New Year began on the 17th. So we've got a lot of new energy happening this month. And it is signified here by this Ace of Cups. So some of y'all got new options in love, new options in your emotions. Okay. The gift of a new heart. I like to call it a new heart, a renewed heart. Okay. Energetic heart, that is. So this is a good reading. I don't think you guys really need to do anything else with this. I'm going to pull you some oracle cards in just a moment, but the message here is simple. You guys got some fresh new energy coming in from the divine. And I don't know what I did. Oh, I've already shuffled these cards. So the bottom of the deck was the 4 of Cups in reverse, and that had to deal with the overall energy supporting this reading. That 4 of Cups is an energy of, look, just leave me alone. I want to sit by myself. I don't want anything. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to hear nothing about no love or nothing. That energy is ending for you, Divine Feminine, because you're coming out of that energy. If you have been in the energy of distancing yourself from your divine counterpart, that 4 of Cups in reverse tells me that period of The Four of Cups is sort of an isolation card too, not quite like the Hermit. It doesn't have the same hit as the Hermit because the Hermit is in major arcana. But that Four of Cups, when you look at that energy, that person sitting under the tree with their arms folded, they're grounding. They're like, I don't want to be near anybody. They're just they're trying to stabilize their emotions. Four is a number of stability, so they're trying to stabilize their emotions, and they're doing it by isolation and just, I don't want to be around anybody. I think that both of you all are coming out of that energy. Definitely you, Divine Feminine, because this is your reading today. But listen, when we pulled the first card out was the King of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands. That tells me that your divine counterpart's in that same energy. So you guys are coming into alignment, and that's beautiful. That is beautiful to see. We got a lot of planetary alignments coming. We got a major lunar eclipse coming up in about a week, okay? In about a week, we got a major lunar eclipse coming up, and that is a total lunar eclipse, blood moon, in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is the sign of the servant. It is the sign of the analyst. It is the sign of daily. It rules over the 6th house of daily routines and activities. And with that being an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, lunar eclipses are all about shedding. So I think what you're going to start to see more in these connections is the ending of overdoing, overgiving, and overthinking. Okay. I think there's a lot of clarity that is happening now as both divine masculine and divine feminine come into alignment. And that's in alignment with what's going on in the earth as well. So there's some beautiful energy out here. All of this is being driven by the creator, by source, and you all are a part of it. You all are a part of it. All of you that have been doing this work tirelessly for the last, I want to say we've seen a lot of shifts beginning in 2019, 2020. A lot of you have been working tirelessly on yourselves, and you have graduated to this energy where you're out of that. You've healed yourself, and you've come into the fullness of who you are as a divine feminine. You have aligned your inner divine masculine and divine feminine, and you have come into a state of wholeness and oneness within yourself. So you're stabilized. A lot of you have held space for your divine counterparts, but you haven't. You have come out of that energy of longing for them and wondering what they're doing, constantly checking in on them, trying to see what they got going on. You all are now living your best life. Okay, the sun. This is the energy you all are coming into, the sun, and I think you all are doing it collectively because again, you have masculine and feminine energy showing in this card here. So you both have been doing some amazing work. And the spiritual work that your divine counterpart, this King of Cups, wants to tell you that he's been doing, he really wants to come in and tell you in person. He wants to come in and tell you in person, Eight of Wands. You guys are going to be getting some communication from your divine counterpart. All right. So the advice card, really just understand that you all have graduated. Nine of Pentacles energy, that's an energy of gratitude too. Hey, listen, I've done the work. And now my chips are coming in. A lot of you are going to see some financial abundance coming in as well. But that 9 is the end of a cycle. So you guys have now in tarot, of course, it's a 10 in the minor arcana. But 9 in numerology overall represents ending of cycles too. So we're going to take that exactly for what it is. And we're going to keep it moving here. So let's get rid of these cards, y'all. I don't need to give you any advice. Your advice is just to keep doing whatever you've been doing has been working. So Maddie's not, listen, I don't give advice just to give advice. If there's no advice necessary, I'm not going to give any. So keep doing what you're doing because whatever you've been doing, it has been working. It is showing up. It's showing up, okay? I also would like to invite you to take a moment and browse my collection of books available at www.mtalfordarts.com. You can see the library on the screen there. I call it a library because the library is where you're going to find the most books. But this is a bookstore. And I have a collection of books there that I want you all to browse and check out, okay? I'm pretty sure that you'll find something there that you will find interesting if you are an avid reader, okay? They're perfect for you or perfect as gifts for someone else. So check out my flagship book, From Fear to Faith, A Survivor Story, which will illustrate to you how having the right frame of mind, the right attitude can help you to overcome any circumstance, regardless of how dire it may seem, okay? Then, of course, there is the wildly popular Stuck in an Elevator, which is a fictitious tale of romance, if you will. Let's call it passion and self-discovery that takes place high above the Los Angeles skyline. you may just find yourself in one of those characters, okay? And that's a short read. That one is a pretty quick read, okay? And then, of course, there's Captain's Mate for the tennis community out there. You're not going to find another book like it, I promise you, okay? Leadership, skills, strategy, all of that can be found in that book. And then last but not least, my most recent publication, Twin Flames, Understanding and Solving the Problem of the Avoidant, Dismissive, Divine Masculine, okay? That book is a book that is for anyone that considers themselves to be a high-level soulmate or a twin flame, for anyone that considers themselves to be on the twin flame journey and is trying to figure it out, okay? There's a lot of information out there. This book attempts to focus on you and the healing that is necessary to arrive at inner union. Once you arrive at inner union, outer union, if it is scheduled for you, is going to happen as a natural byproduct. But the beauty of it is, you really don't search for anything outside of yourself anymore once you understand, understand, and overstand how to heal your energy. That book has it all for you, including some pretty cool songs that map perfectly to the twin flame journey, okay? All right? Or soulmate, okay? Or I won't say the other word that starts with a K, but you'll find that, especially if you're divine masculine, you're going to find that those songs apply, okay? Divine feminine too. But anyway, that book's a lot of fun, but it's also a book that is going to foster healing within you. Once you foster the healing within you, the healing in your connection happens as a natural byproduct. And the beauty of it is, again, you're not looking for it because you are whole, you are one, okay? And you are unstoppable. Now, let's put these cards away and get you a message from the Sacred Medicine Oracle. See if there's any messages for you in there. And then we're going to pull a Rose Oracle card, and then we're going to be done. And these cards have been pre-shuffled too, so I'm just going to, and there's your card. Just jumped right out, okay? Here's more ending energy. Look at that. Number 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. So I'm telling you, I told you, you guys have come to the end of a cycle. All right, now you had that, did I put that card away? Look at this. Look at the synchronicity here. Look at the alignment. You had the 9 of Pentacles. That's Earth energy, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you may be dealing with the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or maybe Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising yourself, okay? Or Venus, or 7th house, or North Node, okay? But that 45, look at the Earth energy there. And look at the Earth energy here. You guys are grounded. You guys are grounded. You guys are grounded. You're solid. You got stable footing. All right. That's 9 energy here. This is 9 energy here. Tobacco offering. Okay. When you've hit this level of abundance and growth, you got something to give. Okay. But you guys got here by giving to yourself first, by pouring into yourself first, by investing that 7 of Pentacles energy, even though we didn't see that here, that 7 of Pentacles energy for you all was investment in yourself. And now it has paid off because look at what it's produced. The 9 of Pentacles. And here you got this 9 energy, 45. Okay. Some of you may be 45 years old or 54 years old, but this is offering. I'm going to read to see what this has to talk about. Tobacco, we know that was a very spiritual plant before folks came over. Folks came over from the old world to the new world. Or was it from the new world to the old world? Story for another day. Anyway, they came over and found this sacred plant that the indigenous people used and began to monetize it. Okay, but it was a sacred plant, so I'm not surprised that it came out in this oracle card. And then 9 is also the number of divine feminine. 9 is the number of the divine feminine. Feminine. Okay, so that is also a divine feminine number. That is the feminine nature of God is represented by the 9. The masculine nature of God is represented by the 0 and the 1. Believe it or not. Okay, so let's read this. Let's read what the book has to say about this number 45 card. Tobacco. Some of you may have been born on the 9th day of a month or the 9th month, which is September. So some of you may be Virgo. Some of you may have been watching this, may have been born on the 5th of April, making you an Aries, or you may have been born on the 4th of May, which would make you a Taurus. Okay. All right. So let's find out what this is. Let's find out what this is about. And then we're going to get one more card and end the reading. Number 45, tobacco, offering. And let me grab the readers just so I don't stumble over the words for y'all. Let me give y'all a pleasant experience here. Tobacco is a sacred plant, and this is number 45, tobacco offering. Tobacco is a sacred plant, and it is said to be the first gift we received from the Creator. How about that? Tobacco is a sacred plant, and it is said to be the first gift that we received from the Creator. We make an offering of tobacco to a medicine person, elder, or healer when we go to them for guidance or to the earth in gratitude. Tobacco medicine is asking you to open your generous heart and give. How about that, y'all? How about that? That goes right with that card. You got something to give now, okay? Tobacco medicine is asking you to open your generous heart and give. What a powerful message for the Divine Feminine Collective. Giving doesn't always have to be monetary, but you are asked to share what resources you have with those who are in need. When we hoard our riches or live in constant fear of not having enough, we restrict the flow of abundance that is meant to come our way. Indigenous people are inherently a sharing people, and today, tobacco comes to you to encourage you to give in even greater ways. I told you a lot of y'all have worked on yourself and at the same time held space for your divine counterpart. That's beautiful. That is truly the essence of the High Priestess and the Empress, okay? Y'all, the Empress is the physical manifestation of divine feminine energy. The High Priestess is the spiritual essence of the divine feminine energy. So a lot of y'all have maintained that delicate balance, and that is noteworthy, okay? Let's read this again. Tobacco comes to you to encourage you to give in even greater ways. Maybe it's your time, your skills, or even your wisdom that is being called forward. A sacred dance of giving and receiving is the message for you here. And as you pour your resources into the circle of life, all will be returned in more beautiful ways than you could have imagined. Your sacred ceremony is this. Envision yourself standing on the earth, feet planted in the soil. Around you is a vast and brilliant landscape, and you have tobacco in your hand. You place it down upon the earth, and from above, a bright channel of light moves into the top of your head and flows down your body through the soles of your feet. The channel forms in an infinity loop, traveling into the earth and then back up again into the cosmos. Y'all see that? She is wise, and look at that infinity loop. Y'all see the synchronicity here? I can't make this stuff up. I can't make it up. The channel forms an infinity loop, traveling into the earth and then back up again into the cosmos. A continuous flow of love, abundance, and blessings moves through you effortlessly. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? This is your reading today, Divine Feminine. Let me read that again. A continuous flow of love, abundance, and blessings moves through you effortlessly. This energy flows in and out, balancing giving and receiving, and inspiring you to give abundantly without expectation. And your healing affirmation is, you can place your hand over your heart and say this: I have more than enough to give. I share my resources with all of creation. Okay? All right? All right? That's beautiful, Divine Feminines. That is beautiful. Let's get your Rose Oracle, and we're going to call it a day, okay? All right? And I pre-shuffled these. Spirit is directing me to take the one off the top, so I'm taking the one off the top. Okay. This is a new one. I've been seeing a lot of repeat energy in these cards, but this is one I haven't seen. It says, plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, and grounded action. Grounded action. Grounded. Wands of action. Grounded action. Y'all. Grounded action. The High Priestess. She's spiritual, but she also is versed in the law. Okay? That's a Torah scroll she's holding. So she has a grasp on the written spirituality and the energetically felt spirituality. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let me read this, y'all. Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, and grounded action. All right. Invite your soul to come all the way in. From your knees to your nose, your cheeks to your toes. Fully embody your life. Drop the defensive walls. Let your soul land and occupy each and every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here, even when death is here. Birth is not possible without it. And you came here to birth this world anew. Don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet and your ancient soul wholly and completely in, Divine Feminine. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth. The High Priestess is the bridge between heaven and earth. In one hand, she holds the infinity symbol, energy. In the other hand, she holds the written Torah scroll, the bridge between heaven and earth. That's High Priestess energy. That's y'all. Let me read that again. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth, the embodied mystic. I can't make it up, y'all. I can't make it up. They know that they do not need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are a weaver of worlds. Divine Feminine energy. I can't make it up, y'all. I can't make it up. Here to embody their soul more and more with each new day. Here to weave the sacred back into everyday life. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience. To invite your soul to grow roots that reach so deep that, let me read this over, y'all. This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience. To invite your soul to grow roots that reach deep so that you can grow tall. To commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. The rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the buds to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are an embodiment of heaven, a nectarous reward for being here. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness and that heaven really can be a place on earth. A lot of y'all have done that work. And your soul inquiry is, how can you commit more to your life? Now, y'all, I'm going to say this here and now because we're done with the reading. We're done with the reading. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, okay? We're done with the reading. I have to say this because I'm noticing a difference in the energy. Your reading today was a message from the divine about the direction of whatever divine connection you are in, whether it be it soulmate or soulmate divine counterpart or twin flame divine counterpart, doesn't matter. Both of those are divine counterparts. When Matt is looking at natal charts and doing synastry, I look for yin yang energy. Okay, you can have yin yang energy with a soulmate. You definitely have yin yang energy with a twin flame. Okay, so that's why I said divine counterparts are yin yang energy. Now, let's move on past that. What I've noticed here energetically and in comparing today's reading with some of the past readings I've done is there were a lot of hiccups or a lot of throat chakra blockages that I was channeling even in the reading. Today, y'all, I would normally cut that mistake out that I made where I stopped and said, let me go back and read this again. I would normally cut that and trim that out of the video. But Spirit, as I was reading, was communicating with me and directing me to leave that in because it goes with this message I'm about to give you all. Because this goes with, and 11:11 on the clock. I'm looking at 11:11. I should screenshot it, but I won't. Where's my phone? I do not have my phone in here. Otherwise, I would show it to you. But it's 11:11 right now as I'm saying this. So 11:11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, y'all. The way the cards came out with the King of Cups, followed by that Eight of Wands. Okay, listen, that message is pure and simple. Your divine masculine is that King of Cups that you all connected to. And again, take it where it resonates. Energy is energy. You could be a female watching for a female that's connected to a masculine or male divine counterpart, or you could be a male carrier of the divine feminine archetype or energy connected to a female divine masculine. Okay, doesn't matter. It's just energy. But that being said, that King of Cups followed by that Eight of Wands, that to me was the beginning of me seeing what I just experienced while reading, especially where I hit that part that I was going to cut out, but I decided to leave it in. That shows me that when this communication comes in, your person is ready to talk. They don't necessarily have all the words right. They may stumble through it, but they're coming out of that no contact. They're coming out of that no communication, and they've overcome the fear of saying the wrong thing. They're like, hey, listen, it's time to move. Maybe Spirit has been urging them. Maybe Spirit has been working on them. Okay. It's time to move. It is time for me to come out of this hermit mode that I've been in. I think they've really done the work. They've done that healing work, and they've identified, they've done their shadow work. They know what places within themselves that they wanted to be better in, and they've done that work. And now they're ready to come and tell you about it. And so, listen, the message here is simple. Give them the same grace that I gave myself. I would normally cut that mistake out, but I'm leaving it in, okay? Because I want you all to see this. I stopped and I restarted. There may be a stop and a restart when they come in to communicate with you all, but give them the same grace I've given myself today. Don't trim that part out. Take it because they've done that work. And it takes a lot, especially when you're dealing with a male masculine, divine masculine energy period, runner energy period. It takes a lot for them to finally do their shadow work and identify the areas of their lives where they say, hey, I'm better than this. And they start to take those steps. It takes a lot of work for them to do that. It takes even more work for them to come forward and tell it to the person that perhaps they have identified the pain that they've caused to. Okay? So give them some grace. Give them some grace. I know a lot of y'all have been through it, but give them the same grace that you just saw me give myself. Okay? Be that high priestess. Be that grounded energy. Be that energy that grounds the heavens and into the earth. That's what a lot of y'all came here to do. That is what a lot of you all came here to do. A lot of you came here to awaken those spiritual gifts so that they can be used to heal this physical realm, physically and spiritually. There's a lot of hurting people out there. And I think the energy that you all use to infuse that pure, unconditional, heart chakra love energy, that energy that you use to infuse that into your connections, that energy echoes out. It echoes out. As within, so without. What did the scripture say? It says, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That was a spiritual principle. That was not religious. Okay? We know the religious establishment took it over. Say your prayers, our Father, which art in heaven. Hallelujah. No, that is so deep and powerful that it has been missed for centuries. But I'm here to tell you, it is a spiritual concept. As within, so without. As above, so below. Let thy will be done on earth here as it is in heaven. That is a prayer of alignment. Alignment is how you win in life. Whatever is scripted in the heavens just needs to be reflected here in the earth. A lot of you are in these connections that were pre-scripted in the heavens before you were born. And a lot of you have decided that, hey, I am not going to allow what is going on in the earth to distract me and keep me from grounding into this physical reality, the script that was written in the heavens and is there recorded, waiting for me to come into alignment with it. Y'all have done that work. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you if nobody else tells you that. All right. With that, I'm going to end this reading. Thank y'all for being here. And thank you, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Thank you, Most High Divine Father. Thank you, Most High Divine Mother, for protecting and pouring love into this connection. This connection I have with you all right here. This energetic connection that we have. And now I return your energy back to you, purified, cleansed, and infused with powerful light energy as I reclaim and recall my energy back to me, purified, cleansed, and infused and charged with powerful light energy. I love you all. You have a great day. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you like these types of energetic updates, hit that subscribe button and make sure that your notification bell is set to all so you'll be notified when I upload new content. And before I get off of here, I would like to give a warm thank you to each and every one of you that logged on to my very first live all signs reading that I did on last Sunday night. Sunday night. So you guys, a lot of you that were there, you stayed throughout the whole reading, which tells me that even though some of those weren't your signs, you guys watched for them and you guys rock with me. And I thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to going live for you all again. Thank you all and have a great rest of your day.